Priestess Empress Ana la Pantera. Welcome, my loves. Shout out to the original Pantera Soul fam, the members of the channel. Salute and welcome, my loves. We gonna do what we do, okay? Check up on the vibes and we gonna see what's going on. We're gonna see what's going on. So take what resonates, all right? And leave the rest for when that moment calls, if it shall. Let's give y'all all a few to tune in. Okay. Oh, we gotta fix this a little bit, huh? All right. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Much better. Okay. There we go. All right, y'all. Let's get into the vibe. All praises due to the Most High. Infinite gratitude, Mama Universe and Papa Universe. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of Source as an extension of Source. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of my angels, spirit guides, protectors, warriors that guide and protect me. I connect my heart and soul to my heart and soul. Higher self, always in connection as an extension of the Most High Source. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Gracias a la misericordia, gracias a la misericordia, gracias a la misericordia. All right, my loves. Okay. Got an extra ding for the road. Let's see what we got going on. The moon right now should be in Libra. Yes, it is Libra. Okay. Moon in Libra. I want to see what this is a little bit deeper into this. Libra 16. And if we're talking about the sign that is connected to the 16th degree, we are talking about Cancer. And inside the degrees, the metaphor woman, the lower half of her body is a serpent. Magic working simultaneously from two divergent levels. The regular, human, everyday magic of holding yourself together as a complex and volatile mix by sheer intent, and the deeper magic of yielding into the undersoul, the passions, the desires, the impulses, and the skills of the subconscious level, primarily being absorbed in the deep forces of body and soul, but meanwhile bending over backwards to frame everything in normalcy. This combination is extremely difficult to maintain. It is fragile, delicate, and dangerous. You secretly exculpate in how possible it really is and urge yourself onward to work this magic and wield it with the same kind of life force that moves at the edge of an abyss and stays on that edge in a balancing act that may capsize at any moment. And it therefore is entered upon with the passion of the most dazzling cross between sheer foolishness, and a wizard's mastery. Inside the degrees of Libra, 16, with the moon currently in the sign of Libra at 16 degrees in the first quarter phase, indicating challenges, confidence, and commitment. And as it relates to what we just looked at for Libra, 16 degrees, this would be, right? Challenges, confidence, and commitment when it comes to entering upon a passion of the most dazzling cross between sheer foolishness and wizard's mastery. Challenges, confidence, and commitment when it comes to the regular human everyday magic of holding yourself together as a complex and volatile mix of sheer intent and the deeper magic of yielding into the undersoul, the passions, the desires, the impulses, and the skills of the subconscious levels. Now, being at its 16 degrees, once again, that is a Cancer degree, and Cancer is ruled by the moon. And Libra is a cardinal sign, so evidently that speaks to you being tested when it comes to your commitment in regards to matters of taking the lead, as cardinal signs are the initiators, or it's about, taking that step, that first step. Looking at Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn, those will be your cardinal signs, right? So what I'm picking up right now is your ability right now to tune in with the soul, what that means of the ego being in service of the soul. Let us see what pulls through here. We're gonna start with an Isis card. Yes, that's what we're gonna do here. Because this is feeling real ancient after we just read that. It's feeling a bit ancient up in here. When don't it? It's the real fucking question. Welcome. Welcome, darling. Beloved Isis, all set. What message? What is the oracle message you have here for the collective? Welcome. Why I just heard you got mail. Isis, all set. What do you have? Goddess of 10,000 names. Endless emanations of the priestess. Would you look at that? With the high priestess at the bottom of the deck. Mysteries revealed. Speaking of mysteries, revealed in the eyes of Isis. Mysteries being revealed in your eyes. Speaking of, it's feeling real ancient. You may have received a compliment about that recently as well for some of you. Something about you, one of your features, someone may have called it out and said, there's something about you that is ancient. Temple of the Black Obsidian, Dark Healing Chambers. Let's see what's going on. Some of you could be aligning with the name of your soul based on your chart. You might hear that thunder. Oh, my ear just kind of sort of went out. Similar to when you're in a plane and you're reaching a certain altitude, I got that feeling in the right ear. Wow. It came through along with that rumble that just occurred there, that rumble of thunder right there. Let me see. Oh, my nose itching. Isis, with many names, forms, associations, and expressions, is referred to as the goddess of 10,000 names. A name holds power. It defines and energizes or limits. The names, faces, and roles that you play are just one part of your being, yet you exist beyond them, beloved initiate, as a vast being. You are currently realizing, collective, that you are not limited by previous identities you held. Ooh, love that. Because it's showing right now with the moon in Libra, when we look at the tarot cards, the moon in Libra card is that Two of Swords card. That card of mental conflict, the card of indecision, especially when it comes to a significant relationship. Trusting your intuition when it comes to that. 311 on the screen. Welcome, beloved. Welcome. You are currently realizing, collective, that you are not limited by previous identities you held based on your own perception of yourself and the identities you may have held based on the projection of others onto you. Instead, you are becoming more of your whole self. Enjoy the uncovering of even more of you. The roles you may want to take as a suggestion to move beyond might be mother, executive, healer, great person, strong person, always in control, daughter, teacher or guru, grandmother, and so on. There's nothing wrong with these roles, as you may still express part of your vast self through such roles. But you are at a significant point, collective, in your inner development where you are remembering that these are not who you are, but simply expressions of the eternal, endless self, uncontainable by any human description. It can be tricky to avoid getting stuck in roles that others prescribe for you or expect of you, and yet your self-definition will become wider and your experience of yourself will be more real and fulfilling if you are open to discovering more of you beyond the person you have considered yourself to be up until now. So that is a question you can have at this moment in terms of setting your intentions and the messages you may receive through this live, of being more open beyond the person you have considered yourself to be up until now. For this to happen, you must be willing to allow the many and varied faces of your being, your 10,000 names, to begin to emerge in your awareness, to realize that you are more than you currently imagine yourself to be. I love this because it's connecting with the law of assumption and you shifting your perception, which also will assist you in shifting your reality in terms of what it is that you're calling in. Where is your mindset in terms of even what it is you're choosing to call into? So this is placing you in a position to reset And with this reset, aligning yourself with a much grander perspective, much vast version of yourself. To begin to emerge in your awareness, to realize that you are more than you currently imagine yourself to be. This opens up tremendous freedom of choice and possibility in life, Ashe. This can be both exhilarating and terrifying. Trust that the self is in essence divine love, and there is great joy in its unfoldment, even if there are challenges to let go of the fears that have held one trapped in certain roles and identities at times. The call to let go of old identity is very strong, leading you to this oracle at this time. Once again, the call to let go of old identity is very strong. This is that message right there in terms of why being guided to repeat that. Someone has questioned what their purpose is. What is their calling? That's first. Well, that is part of the calling. That part right there. The call to let go of old identity is the calling right now. That is very strong. Which is leading you to this oracle at this time, when a new, more whole, fulfilling, and truthful sense of identity awaits you. Any fear or struggle that you go through to allow this to happen, beloved, will be spiritually repaid to you, multiplied in so many ways. There's nothing to lose except old limitations of There's nothing to lose except old limitations and so much more wonder and joy to be gained. This oracle also indicates that there is a spiritual name waiting for you on the inner planes. The name may come from various spiritual traditions as a name of a deity or sacred mantra. Or it could be an actual name that you can sound out and use in meditation or sacred temple activities with spiritual groups. That name may also simply be a note, an inner awareness of a sound, and it can be sourced by going into your heart, almost felt more than heard or spoken. This spiritual name collective is coming to you to help you deepen your connection with yourself. And that connection with yourself means also the connection of you as an extension of source, divine source, the universe, whatever name you utilize, speaking of names, or whatever title you give for an energy that is what you consider almighty. Okay. As any other identity, it is just a representation for a time. You don't need to pack up your old life and search for an entirely new one, collective, unless your heart deeply guides you with peace and neutrality, that this is what is required for your spiritual growth. Do any of you feel that you're being guided to pack up your old life in search of an entirely new one? If you are that one, have you truly been honest with yourself in doing so you can make the adjustments to take that type of action? Because you can do it, okay? Especially if you feel as though you're in a position in terms of, this whole version of you, how you've been perceived or how you perceived yourself, and a change of location. A change of location could be helpful in that matter. More often than not, what this spiritual name offers you is a chance to begin to loosen your grip on your old identity, not throw it away completely, and sense yourself in a more expanded light. When you're consciously and easily, whether you're consciously and easily receive your spiritual name in meditation or dream state, or through a healing or conversation with another initiate, or whether it remains a mystery, trust that it's in your heart, calling you to recognize more of your truer self. So all in all, currently, the message right now, you're being called to recognize more of your truer self. Let me see where you are at right now. What is the energy of the collective right now? Whoever this message is for. Let's see where you're at now. I mean, shoot, with the High Priestess at the bottom of the spread, you're obviously aware of your intuition, that's for sure. And being assisted in unveiling your divine destiny, where you're being guided to trust in the reveal, whether it seems preposterously magnificent, or you have no idea how it's possibly going to happen, or whether it seems not nearly grand enough as yet. Okay, let me see. Show me where, oh, perfect. The Lilith deck. Show me where the collective is in this moment. Show me where the collective is in this moment. 2 more shuffles. Hold up. Baby over there fitting a little rough. Where is the collective at this time? Not this one. Speaking of it, a little rough. But you may be clearing yourself, closing out cycles of Jezebel spirits. Allowing your light to shine. Leo has been very strong this past few messages. 522 on the screen. We're currently in the sun hour as well. This may have something to do with your career. Especially whatever it is that you feel as though you're identifying yourself with in terms of what you consider success. Shout out to the Aquarian God with the detox words. With success being one of those words to detox. And to choose things that bring you joy and a sense of completion to an extent. Where is the collective right now? In an intuitive, emotional healing state. 23, the moon. This is such a beautiful card. Speaking of the moon in Libra, at a degree that is the degree of a zodiac sign ruled by the moon, Cancer, and the moon comes out. Show me more. Wow, we do have a separation here. What's this? There you go. Allowing your light to shine. Where you are at, collective, is at an intuitive emotional healing state due to division and also integration, so that way you can allow your light to shine. Okay. Let's see what it is you're healing from. Show me more about this. 23, 35, 5. Those numbers as in ages could be significant. Dates, February 3rd, March 2nd, March 5th, or May 3rd, May 8th, May 23rd, May 5th. You have ninth house. Immediately what I got from that, because it speaks to higher education as well, the ninth house. If you've had experience when it comes to the university and something occurred where you felt as though you may have wished that it didn't pan out that way, you could be healing from that type of scenario. We have the ninth house showing up in the sixth house. This could also, speaking of completion, success, and things of that nature, this could be something where, mind you, 9-6, that's the Cancer glyph symbol. You could be healing from situations where you may have studied something, but people feel, you may have people around you who are misjudging you or projecting onto you because they feel as though you wasted your time in the studies that you've taken, but you know you better than anyone else. You know what it is that it's being utilized for. Even if it may not be in that exact field, you still may be able to utilize what it is that you were learning in that level of education. You know what I'm saying? Especially in matters of going to college or the university or whatever the case may be. Thunder rolling. What else? Show me. This could, for others of you, there could be something here. Look at that. Pluto, ninth house, just paused right there. This could also be a situation that some of you were in a possible relationship with someone who's from a foreign country or has foreign ideas other than the way you were raised or what is quote unquote normal to you. Healing from situations on the journey of you aligning with your soul truth, transformational beliefs. I'm also getting this energy because ninth house has to do with travel. Some of you could have recently traveled or you will be traveling, and this is also going to help you in terms of this intuitive and emotional healing that you're having after a separation. The separation could be something that is physical, emotional, spiritual. But whatever this is, you knew that this was something for you to do. They're bringing my attention to this could even be you relocating. That Knight of Wands, when we pull the tarot cards, is going to be significant in terms of a relocation. Where that would be the confirmation when if the Knight of Wands comes through, okay? Because that's the card of Sagittarius, or change of residence as well. Show me more about what this is. How, all in all, whatever this is, has to do with you are now placing yourself in a position to allow your light to shine. Wow, the 12th house, that's some deep shit. Damn. Wow. Speaking of getting through illusion, or not, or able to. If you are someone with, let's say, Neptune here in the ninth house, it speaks to you being a mystical teacher and someone who is on a quest of a vision quester of some sort. But with Neptune in the 12th house, this gives someone pure mysticism and psychic gifts. I'm strongly feeling now, some of you, a relocation would be very significant. You may want to look into your astrocartography and see where you're currently residing, what state, and along which line that's on. Which planetary line that's on. It'll help you to have more clarity as to what's going on in that area along those lines. Especially with this Black Moon, Lilith, and Leo showing up with the 12th house and ninth house energy. You have some sort of protection here that even in the midst of situations where you feel as though it's not going to go as planned, it turns out even better than what you were planning for. Because of this level of spiritual protection that surrounds you. Now, with the endless names, something here about someone's identity being of one that involves some sort of imprisonment, whether this physical, mental, or spiritual, or being in situations that it would take a miracle for this person to get out of that, to be pulled up out of that, the way this image is showing through here. Because what's coming through is it just wasn't your time. It wasn't your time then. It was designed for you to see that energy, or sense that life force energy that also gives a vibe of you being in the abyss, but able to come out of it. What is happening? 432 on the screen. What's this? Because this is, let me see. The key of life, spinning the Ankh. Ankh, look at that shit. What the? Miracle of Isis. And you see how she's lifting him out of a situation. Miraculous healing or miraculous security, safety of the goddess. Key of life. Spirit of Isis. This could be a situation where you, for some of you, you are your brother, literally your brother's keeper. Whether this is a brother you have or someone you consider a brother. Something about a masculine here coming through here strongly. And speaking of someone giving you recently a compliment about an ancient feature about you, physical feature, or this could even be your mindset. Ancient power mysteries here. Life restored. You have the key to restore life. Someone here in this message, you have the key that restores life. You wearing an Ankh is not just you just wearing an Ankh. You literally sense the activations of wearing this, or in the presence of one. Something awakens within you. It almost seems miraculous. You may even find yourself going into situations where a tower moment may occur, but because you're there, it doesn't. For some of you, this is your child that carries that energy, especially with this. My attention being brought to this at that time, at that moment. Yeah, the dark healing chamber with the temple of the black obsidian. Speaking of the womb. sacral chakra. Let's see. Life being restored. I'm also picking up life is being restored in the sacral chakra area. Some of you could be seeing a lot of beetles. Show me what's going on here. Okay. Show me what's going on here. Show me what's going on. Okay. Wow. The sword and scales. Truth, justice, due process, by the book. Balance, making amends. Speaking of integration, division and integration. You may have felt as though you were missing out or losing something, but you actually gained more. And speaking of the endless names, that whatever it is that you're giving up, you're going to be repaid way more than you could even expect. Wow. And in reverse. I love to see it. Roadblock in reverse. You've taken the time to regroup. The temporary setback is over. And if it has something to, you already know how the message is going to start connected at some point, because look what we got going on here. The childhood card once again. So if you tuned into that message yesterday, which was a pretty deep message, after I did a little bit of reflection towards the end, I was like, yo, I just reflected on it and I said, wow, you know what? That's one of them ones, and whoever's going to see that is because they're meant to. And what I experienced after that, and I went on a walk, it confirmed a lot more of it too. Can't say exactly what, but yeah. But take heed to that message in regards to one's childhood and not really seeing the full effects of a certain experience that it has, the effects that it has on your relationships today. You know, word, universe. That's what Source said. Okay. Interconnected. Absolutely. Yes. Higher perspective. Ninth house energy showing up once again. The big picture. Creative force. Law of one. What's this? This pop. This slid down here. What is it? You see? Conscientious. Yes. Speaking of your, and being mindful of your words and the picture that it's creating, the reality that it creates. Being devoted to being intentional in your words in every step that you take. And then, yeah, we have here resources, the materials that you may have been asking for. Allow yourself to be open and receptive. Grounding your roots is going to be very significant in attaining these resources. Life force showing up quite a bit there. We got spilled milk. Accidents happen. Don't sweat the small stuff. Leave it in the past. So here we go. Confirmation one in terms of, because the relocation energy is coming up once again very strongly. So leave it in the past is one confirmation so far. Leave it in the past. It's over. Cannot be changed. Now I'm seeing that card from the surrender deck. Surrender the need to change or fix people. Something to that effect. and interconnected once again showing up. Separating yourself from many entanglements that obviously are not working out. It's just a whole big ass mess for real. What's this? And then you got the dice that came out in reverse. Results will not be random. Speaking of making every move, everything you say intentional. None of this is random. What happens next is not random. It won't be random. What is this? What happens next won't be random. Your abundance. I hear that shit. Cause and effect. You allow yourself to be open and receptive to prosperity, so shall you have it. Asking you shall receive. But ask in the form of that you are already that what it is you're asking for. It's very easy for one to complain about certain situations and wonder why it continues to happen, especially with beginning a statement with I am. Well, for sure, I'm. This could be you separating yourself from, people who are not aware of what it is that they're saying. If you were to really pay attention, and not to say that you're not paying attention, but if you take a moment to observe conversations, how many of those conversations that you have with people are complaining, but are unaware or feel as though that is going to bring them past what it is that they're complaining about. There's so many people that have conversations and constantly throwing out the verbiage of I'm so tired, that it always complaining. And this could be something, it's the suggestion to take note and make adjustments if that is you surrounded by those type of conversations, or anything that has to do with you not spiritually evolving and connecting to your abundance for real. With the cat here at the bottom of the deck. My way or the highway board. Disengage. Especially if you're seeing a lot of cats. It's giving you a sign of what to disengage from. Okay? One more. Okay? One more. Wow. A gathering with friends and family. Speaking of non-negotiable boundaries, surrender the people pleasing. Surrender the people pleasing. This could be what you're healing from, where you are disengaging from certain invitations or people that they no longer align with where you're headed or what it is that you're doing right now, allowing your light to shine. Using your time wisely, the emitting of light, using your time wisely. Let me see. What's the challenge here? Moving on. Speaking of using time wisely, it says on time, keep going forward. with the sapphire at the bottom of the deck. For some of you, this could be specifically a Gemini or a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Someone you've been emotionally connected to, psychically, intuitively connected to. This could be an energy that you were surrounded by that caused a lot of chaos without you being able to find the harmony, the solution to it. A misuse of chaos with these mutable houses. Mutable houses speak into the area of your life that where you have to adapt. This could be someone you were possibly around who complains instead of adapting to even see a different path, to take on a different path, especially if one is not wanting to be where they're currently at. Someone is certainly tired of somebody complaining, I can tell you that, because that's coming through real strong. Let me see. There's this vibe of somebody wanting to see what someone is doing just to complain about it. We ain't got nothing but else to do. I'm hearing Mary J. Blige in my head. Someone's name could be Mary, with the letters M, J, and B. Let me see. What's that? Dreaming. The truth. The truth coming through your dreams. Or continue to stay in alignment with your desires and your dreams. It's the truth. Living your truth. Inner knowing. Bring it. 11. More balanced energy coming through there. Psst. Hey, you. Yo. Silver lining at the bottom of the deck. 7 and a 1. That's the Tower energy. Some of you are actually being called towards moments where there will be a tower. You are the silver lining. You are the awakening. You are what brings forth sudden change. That giant said, psst, hey, you, the F word. The fuck? Wait, number 30. Something is certainly funny, I can tell you that. Shit is hilarious. Because it really does have to do with, it's really saying forgiveness in this deck, the F word. Knowing that everything is going to turn out fine. And that holding on to negativity and old wounds is just postponing the inevitable. Your desires coming to fruition is a done deal. Your bliss is going to happen. The F word is the place to start. Let it go, forgive, forget, and follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Because. Because if you don't, that's your ass. 6:16 on the time. Yeah. Let me see. Follow the yellow brick road. You better. Source said, psst, follow the GPS, follow the signs, follow the signals. Bleed, bleed, bleed. What is with the movies right now? X-ray vision. This is similar to trusting where you're being led and know that you're moving forward. This post I saw on TikTok beautifully expressed by the goddess and the analogy that she made of Kiki Palmer, I forgot his name, the other dude on a sports channel, and they were jumping in the square with their eyes closed. 5:50 on the time on the screen. They were jumping up and down with their eyes closed in the square, thinking that they were staying in the same spot when they opened their eyes and realized that they were outside of the box. So that's what she was saying, was that you may not even see the steps that you're taking is having you move forward, but that's what trust is. Trust in the unseen. You know what I'm saying? Having faith that you're moving forward in the steps that you're taking, even if the current situation doesn't seem as though you're moving forward. You know, I just thought that was so dope. You may not see, because there could be situations where, you know what I'm saying, you could say fuck that, forgive who, but but you don't want to be carrying this energy. Let me tell you something, especially if you have aligned with this channel and you holding on to shit. Have your moment, but don't sit there with that motherfucker. I tell you that. Don't sit there with it. This is not the channel for you if you are going to be holding grudges. Do what you got to do to get yourself out of that energy, out of that experience. But this here channel is because you are ready to transform yourself from whatever identity you used to have by being in that situation, harboring on that situation that you know no longer serves you. Because this is not a channel for complainers. This is for those who have already been prepared to be who their soul destined them to be when coming into this realm. Hence the message that came out a few lives ago. A few lives ago. The part of you that knew before you came here. You know, it's similar to watching a movie that you've never seen before, but you know exactly what's going to happen. But because you know exactly what's going to happen, you decide to watch it. Because it's intriguing. It's similar to what the essence of you did before coming here. When you watch a movie, depending on what type of genre of movie you're watching, there's a lot of action playing out. So your life has been quite active here. And if you take a moment to look at it from a perspective of, it's a movie you're watching, I get it. You got feelings. You actually gonna feel a lot of this shit because it's something you're experiencing, but it's just a 1-2 in terms of what could help you to see something from a different perspective, especially if you're in a point of your life right now where you can't see how you're going to forgive a situation. Part of what's blocking some of you from forgiveness is the fact that you're still surrounded by the energy, or you're still having conversations with a particular energy that you know that you don't fuck with. It's basically subtly getting people to understand you. It's only going to spin you out. So many people are addicted to chaos without order that it blocks them from even noticing that that's not all there is to it. 6:55 on the screen, and the sun is coming out. 6:22 on the clock. 6:55, 6:22. So it's this with the 22. Time out. And speaking of using your time wisely, this is the time of the experience. This is you knowing the amount of time you have in the experience, and the moment you get out, so you can rebuild. The GPS is indicating that now it's time for you to get out of a certain contract, 15. Especially if you in this message and is resonating and something is beginning to click here for you. It's not just a cliche. But at least if it is a cliche of some sorts, it's clicking now. Deep dive deep. What's behind this? Baggage be gone. Especially if you've been going in circles with this shit. I got you. Look, this source, I got your back. 6-6 right here. Wow. If you don't see this as source speaking to you as far as, okay, let's say that's why that came through in terms of some of you are you prevent towers from happening. You could be preventing a tower from happening that has to happen. And this is a waste of your energy by staying around. Whoop, whoop. Basically, what the subconscious has been telling you, literally. Because when your intuition speaks, it's not going to have you overthinking. It comes through in a sense of a whisper. It's subtle. It's to the point. It's one thing about an intuitive nudge. It's direct. Okay. It's direct, but humanity has a way of making things real complex. What's this? Live wire. It's 35-8. Miracles. Again. Wrecking ball. Speaking of. Tower. A miracle wrecking ball. Bueno. When it comes to what? Whatever this is activating the purity of your mysticism. Whatever that's for. There goes the tower. And the Page of Pentacles. Is this a message you receive? something comes out of nowhere. 626, 559. What is this? Oh shit. Soulmate, someone of the past, whether if it's this lifetime or another. What's this? The Page of Cups. Whoa. Oh. Wow. Very significant Virgo energy showing up here. Knight of Pentacles. Speaking of wrecking ball too. Six of Cups, Page of Cups, Ace of Cups. That's certainly a rekindling of souls or a reunion of souls. This has been a long time. What is... Okay. Because here's what's happening. It's especially when it's time for you to move on from a situation, the fact that this even came through here. The train came through here. Something about switching lanes. There's a soul that you are aligned to that shifts the entire board, flips the script. The way this Knight of Pentacles energy landed on the table. You see all the cards all over the place right now. Someone was literally guided towards you. Something is literally being guided towards you. Something here in regards to Jupiter, because now this moved over. Jupiter, Saturn right there. Second house. This could be a financial opportunity. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is a financial opportunity. Give me 1 second. Let me... Get yourself in order. Get yourself in order. Get yourself in order. There's a financial opportunity that is on its way due to you realigning with the fragmented pieces of your soul. Get yourself in order. Get yourself in order. Get yourself in order. Something's being pieced together here. Knight of Swords. It's fast movement. Wow. This is certainly a new beginning here. Fast movement towards a new beginning. Some of you, what I'm picking up on is that you are wanting to move somewhere where you feel as though you may not have the finances to do so. And it's requiring you to take a leap of faith. With miracles showing up here, it's you taking that step towards that location, and what will help you to thrive in that area will come once you take that step. Now, use your discernment when it comes to that message. That shit ain't for everybody, okay? That type of movement, however, I truly feel that the message is you're more capable than you're allowing yourself to perceive yourself as. You're more than capable than you allow yourself to see. Okay. Wow. Jupiter and Libra. integrating your purpose when it comes to a partnership. Integrating your purpose in a partnership. Okay? Integrating your purpose with a partnership. Do you recognize that this is what you're manifesting right now? An integration of your purpose in a significant relationship. One-on-one. Very specific. Where someone will have your back. This may be an energy you're not used to, because anyone who was ever placed in a position to have your back never fully did. But remember the beginning, we asked, where's the collective at this time? You are in a position of intuitively and emotionally healing from things you separated yourself from in order to integrate parts of you that allows your light to shine. And picking up this card, what is behind this? Mother of the gods. That's that miracle energy where you're going to be taken care of. Integrating your purpose in a partnership, both of you heading towards your throne. This could first and foremost be the union between the divine masculine, divine feminine within you. 666 on the screen right now. And 6:33 on the time. That's also 6:33. Thank you, Source. 6:33 and yesterday's message had to do with when 6:33 was mentioned, it had to do with you being intentional and being mindful of the words that you're using that is creating your reality. Especially if there's some sort of wound and connection to being nurtured. Because you have the mother of the gods here. That's coming through as Psalm 27. You may want to read Psalm 27. Yeah. Let me see. Is it 27? Hold up. I have to locate this really fast. Or is it 91? Shit, which one is it? Is it 127? Hold up. It is though. What am I? I'm looking at it too fast. That's why. It is Psalm 27. Yet between 10, okay, that could be significant too, where we're looking at something and not looking at it thoroughly. Psalm 27, it says, though my mother and father forsake me, the Lord will receive me. Now, metaphysically speaking, Lord speaks to the head of the house. The head of the house. So when we're looking at that physically, the head of the house, the head is ruled by Aries. It says, I am. That's also the dwelling place of heaven. Heaven is the land of milk and honey, which is your pituitary and your pineal gland. So, this just went there. Okay. That's why that ancient energy keeps coming out. Um, Let me see something. Yeah, we have Mercury showing up under her. Release perfectionism with the Black Moon Lilith under this. And then Sagittarius, free yourself. Release perfectionism so you can free yourself. So this could be waiting for the perfect moment. Look at that. 6-9. That's that Cancerian energy. Moon in Libra right now, 16 degrees. This is another 6. What is with these sixes? Virgo? Hold on. What was the 6 out? That was the moon hour today. When we're looking at planetary hours, because somebody could be asking, how is it the 6th hour and it's the time that it is right now? So when you're looking at planetary hours, of the hours begin at the time of the break of dawn for that lucid moment, aka day. So today is Thursday. It's ruled by Jupiter. So that will be the first hour. So that started around 6:16 or whenever the sun rose. So that's that spiel. But the 6th hour of the day would have been the moon hour. Right now we are in the Venus hour. So we already just, okay, so we just recently stepped into a Venus hour 20 minutes ago. Literally 20 minutes ago, we just stepped into a Venus hour. So what this is telling me here, your sacred values are very important right now because it causes you to make the decisions that you make. So there could be a separation from a certain level of core values that you used to have. You could be healing from that because I'm sensing someone patching up a wound or addressing a wound, taking care of a wound. I'm hearing back again, get in order. Show me this. What the 6:51, milk and honey. Okay, thank you for confirming that. There's that. That's what I was asking. Then it literally just answered the question. I said, why is this happening right now? So getting more into the metaphysics and esoteric values of what it means to go to heaven, what it means to be in hell is going to help you quite greatly. Let me see. Poised. It allows you to be poised, especially in the moment that you are having to surrender. 12, that's the hangman. Speaking of the enlightened one, and on top of that, with the hangman energy, is also connected to 33 or 33 vertebrae of the spine before you get into the skull of your head. What the? You know what? Okay, give me a moment. Okay, I'm back. So we got higher power that shows up. 448 could be significant. Higher power. The key is here. Bringing peace into a situation. Where's 23? Bringing the missing piece to a situation. 23 is up here somewhere. At least yeah. Bringing the missing piece, which is this. Your healing, your intuitive emotional healing. Let me see. Let me get it to astrology card. Let me do that. Show me the moon energy. What is this missing piece? Show me the moon energy. What is this missing piece? Moon in Pisces. Mysticism. Okay, the mystery. The mystery. Mist is water. Mystery. The story of your emotions. The story of you. The missing piece is the story of your emotions. And then we got the sun. We started this message during the sun hour. For some of you, your career is very significant right now. 477 on the screen. 643. Or something about your father. Your career or something here about your father. The missing piece is healing an aspect of your subconscious mind that has to do with your father. Because speaking of career, you got work right here. But then it also speaks of health. This could be something where people are saying, oh, certain things it runs in the family. No, it doesn't. What runs in the family is a certain habit that's creating the results of a certain dysfunction within the body. The bullshit is hereditary. The bull. Venus. See? Sacred values leads to decisions you make or ideas that you have about what you consider true. 6:44 on the clock. Okay. Gratitude for that source. Now that that show is coming, Supercell, that just came up, so that could be significant. Some of you may find a deeper message in there for you if you watch it, or if you haven't, check it out. Supercell, or the next season could already be coming out finally. Okay, let's see. There's a place that's here. Healing from something of the past, a deep soul wound from the past. I'm really picking this up as a past life though. Yeah. Especially with Virgo showing up. Pisces shows up here, the missing piece. As far as going into the realms outside of here, with Pisces energy showing up. Emotional healing, intuitive healing. Queen of Pentacles showing up at the bottom of the deck. This is a person that makes themselves. Also could be someone who has a career as far as involving your spiritual growth. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. The way that Ten of Pentacles is, it just landed right. Something was at a standstill when it comes to your generational wealth and matters in areas of in all areas of life. Something went backwards. Something went backwards. 3 of Cups. What y'all? Oh, good Lord. Good old head of the household. Pause. 33 right there, though. Not even. That's 23. But 33 could be significant. Life path 33. Something went backwards as far as a reconciliation. 23. Back to this moon. Something went back. What? What? 23, 23. Something went backwards or skipped a generation. Something about I just heard a golden token. In regards to some sort of inheritance, the knowledge of it skipped a generation. But it's through one's ability to tap into realms beyond this world that allows them to get the keys and the missing pieces as to where this abundance is. Did this come out with another card? It sure did. The Queen of fucking Cups. More moon energy, Cancer energy. A mother is very significant here. But for some of you, did your mother hold you back, or you feel as though there's something here about a mother holding you back? You felt as though a mother held you back? Especially if they were a single mother, a Pisces, and a single mother, having to be both mother and father, smothering you just so you won't go down the same path that they went down. Some of you feel attached to your home base because of that. This is probably why you won't move so far. But in order for you to align with your abundance, it requires you to disengage or disconnect from a certain type of energy, even if it's just for a moment. Especially if you're someone, if you have Pluto in water houses, yeah. Pluto in water houses, yeah. Mainly the 4th house. You're literally here to transform all that has to do with your ancestors and your roots. And that typically could require a change of location, a major change of location, before your abundance could even come in, and love, because that 10 of Pentacles landed, you know, in a challenging position on top of this Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups up here. You could be reconciling with a certain gift or ability here. Well, this is what you're being called to. Yeah, and remember the beginning, the sun is beaming right now. You were being called to let go of old identities of yourself. You're being called to let go of old identities of yourself. Let's get some of that sun, baby. Let's see. Show me the energy of this feminine here for the collective. When it comes to the mother, show me. Official person. 22 again. Time out is also 22. Show me the energy of the mother. Wow. This could be an energy where you come from a household where they're married, but it still seems as though each one is for themselves. So you didn't really get the full gist of, you know what I'm saying, seeing a true union flourish and grow. Now, it's also important to release any type of maternal wounds that you have because it's blocking you from love. It's blocking you from true love. Either maternal wounds, or if you still reside in a location where you were born and raised, a change of location may allow you to meet your divine counterpart. Whether this divine counterpart is or divine partnership, because it's given counteract for some reason. Um, this divine partnership could be love, work, or establishing your own family, not necessarily with family members by blood. But you can see right there, though, something here in regards to a magic, wow, a marriage, a magic. Show me more. Expectations, yeah, an expectation. A mother's expectation is keeping you away from a divine union here for some of you. Literally. 24. I got your back, but it's having your back is literally smothering you and not allowing you to grow or go on adventures or just be yourself, Aries, as picking up the cards here. Yeah, there's something here in regards to communication because this is also 24. March 4th, April 2nd, age of 24 or 6 is very significant. Or this month. Hold up. Yeah, especially with Jupiter going into Cancer at the beginning. It loves being in Cancer, but it's going to be square in Saturn and square in Neptune, which can literally put you in a position where you could not see something too clearly, or where you may have a level of expectations that's a little bit more than what you can handle or you're prepared to handle. Where the intentions are amazing in terms of, what you're calling in, but are you emotionally in a position to be able to handle that when it comes through? Which is why it's important the F word shows up in terms of forgiveness, because holding on to something of the past that no longer serves you can literally put you in a position where your intentions are amazing in terms of, the love that you're calling in, the career, whatever it is that you want to do. But because your heart is in a different magnetic field, it blocks what you are capable of attaining, but won't be able to because of the frequency of where you're at due to a situation you're still holding on to. You know? And 24, the fact that it's showing up so much is a Pisces degree. It confuses and softens resolve. What is it? What is confusing and softening resolve, which is not enabling you to come up with a solution? What is confusing this? Wow. Jupiter and Pisces. What you see as a fulfillment, a desire that is fulfilling. This could be a certain level of wishful thinking that someone is going to change, but you can't change anyone. The only person that can change someone is themselves. Another message I'm getting is that if some of you are choosing to do a certain level of fast to call something in that no longer serves you, make sure you're fasting for your own reasons, in terms of you changing yourself, not to basically change someone's free will or some shit like that, of that nature, where you are doing this so that way you can get with this person or whatever the case may be, and they don't even belong in your life anymore. That's not for everybody, but you'd be surprised. People do certain things just to, see if they can get this and see if they can get that, instead of setting the intention for the betterment of themselves. And if the person that they're wanting to call in is supposed to be there, then they'll be there. But to set the intention solely for that, nah. What's this? 5 of Cups. Ignoring the 5 of Cups. Sorrow, pains, and regrets. Being focused on a wish fulfillment, a desire being fulfilled. So ignoring the past sorrow and regrets that you've experienced in that situation. Willingly letting go of fresh 2 new cups, which was in your environment yesterday, in yesterday's message, previous message. Something that may start off small, but there's a much bigger picture to it. However, if you're still connected to the version of scarcity, whether you are admitting to yourself that this is where you are, until you release that, you're going to keep getting duds. You going to, hey, look at, and speaking of the previous message, this is who kept popping up. You don't want to keep calling in false emperors because of a situation you don't want to close out, which was your current energy. Let's look at this. Now let's go to the Celtic spread then. Okay? I'm putting all these cards up because we gonna clear this shit up right here. Your road ain't blocked no more, but hey. What you said? And what's love got to do it? You find your ass. I love y'all. Whoever you are, and you holding on to something, baby, you could do better. Way better. Okay? Way better. Way better. All right? You wouldn't show up here if you couldn't. Fuck around and heal a cross watcher. Yeah. It's quite evident I love what I do. Do you love what you do, collective? Do you truly love what you do? That's a great place to start. when it comes to getting towards that. Certainly a great place to start. Contemplation. Time for you to live large, my love. Live larger than life. And life is large, honey. Okay? And speaking of living, fourth house shows up there. The bottom of the spread. Where we going, Source? What is this going to be about? Wow. Moving forward with precision towards what it is that is igniting your passion. You've been putting all the pieces together for these past 2 years. They got your back for sure. Especially where you're feeling a bit indecisive and taking a quite longer time than you have to. Okay. To decide. Let's get our cards shuffled now. Hey, I excuse the loud bangs from the cards. Clear that energy up. 497, 704 on the time. 4774. 4774 with 9 in the middle and a 0. But what is 4774? It's giving gematria. Hold up. Gematria. Let's see. Activate program protect my oracle while they walk the dog. While they walk into the version of the God self. Okay. God works in mysterious ways. 4774. Gematria. Do we only see what we want to see? One must know when one is defeated. All I can do right now is pray. 4774 Gematria. A nobody's ever unworthy of love is untrue. I hear that. July 21st, 2018 is on this list. 4774 Gematria. Let's see. The winter solstice of 2012. Source said that's when the separation happened. It started from then. Whether you were at your Saturn return before, it doesn't matter, but that's when it started. 2012. So the winter solstice, 2012. I'm not there. I don't see you picking me up, so no more till then. Bye, since you're digging up my personal stuff. 4774. Huh. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Somebody I used to know. Somebody that I used to know. What year was that? Oh, that's a movie too. 2011? Did that come out 2011? Is that correct? Yes. It's the artist's name got I'm probably not pronouncing it correctly. Got ye, but it says Gotye, got ye as in you got you 2011 to 2012. You got you. That's yo. When we started, that came through as well. You got mail. AOL, Loa. Oh shit. Law of attraction or Loas in general. As spirits that protect you. The mirror understanding of opposite natures within the same number and the assumption of man is. Stop believing the fake media and think for yourself. 4774. A serpent seen in thermal vision. That could also where cats come into play too. Some of you literally dodged a situation where police were involved. I found my twin flame via gematria, mind blowing. Hey, listen. Wow, you don't ask for forgiveness. What one is designed to do, ma. Literally. And we were sitting here with the messages about a mother, forgiveness. And it says you don't ask for it. You just something you just do. Is what I'm getting from that. Huh? Asking for permission. Huh. So there that could be it then. You were in a situation where you're asking someone, should you forgive them, and they have a certain level of experience where they may tell you wow. One, somebody could be born the month of January on the first, or they're life path one, or they're the firstborn. It was just 3103. Now I just went to 4104. So 313 and 414 is significant. 711 on a time. Okay. One more. Another one. Wow. Two of Cups and the Lovers show up. What's this? Transformation. Death card. Endings. Rebirths. Current energy. Current energy. Still 711. Solar plexus. That's whoa. 33. Confirmation right there. Now remember what we said at the beginning of this, so towards the middle, whenever we said, shall the Knight of Wands appear? Knight of Wands appear. That is a confirmation here for someone that yes, relocation is going to save your ass. Okay? Especially if this is something you've been really putting into the researching. Okay? Yeah. Especially to get out of some sort of energy you don't want to be in. Nose started itching and shit. The solar plexus says, I can. You can. Yes, you can. Solar plexus is where your emotions and feelings are recorded. This chakra is associated with clairsentience, inner feeling, which is a major psychic reception area. To balance this, you may want to go for some yoga, dance, and movement, or breath work with the color yellow. Beware of people who drain you. Currently, you can do whatever it is that you're saying that you want to do, but you also have to be mindful of people who drain you, right? Okay. With the Empress showing up, I don't know. This is for some of you. Either you are a mother, or a mother is significant. A mother figure is significant. That's draining your energy. Challenge here. What the man? Some of you have to really get yourself aligned here. You got nothing but chakras showing up. With the sacral chakra says, I want. Your challenge is what you want. Your wants and your desires are different. What you want is not necessarily what you desire. Especially in the expression of it, in terms of what you want is not going to be connected to a desire, as a desire is a version of you that's already playing out. And that is something you can call towards you. A want is you stepping out of alignment to merge with something you feel as though you need. 4108 on the time. Doing a mantra 108 times for some of you, especially with the vibe of ancient frequencies coming through in past life. This could have been something you've done in a past life where it was part of your daily activities. Doing a mantra 108 times, you may want to implement that. 4108 on the screen, 715 on the clock. The sacral chakra, which is in a challenging position right now for you, collective, relates to emotions, desires, creativity, and sexuality. To keep this chakra balanced and its energy flowing, dance, move your hips and lower abdomen. Use the color in meditation and practice yoga. Express your sexuality and nurture yourself, and remember, you do matter. There's something about a sexual wound. There's something here about a sexual wound that's draining your energy, or perception of that, of your sexuality. I'm getting fear-based thoughts. Fear-based thoughts. Because some of you are so powerful that if you look at the act of sacred energy exchange from the way they taught it in school, it would have such a detrimental effect on your psyche, your mind, your soul, your spirit, your body, that is not intended for you, because what you take in, you multiply in a way that is unable to even fathom how quickly and how intense it is that you turned something into something. You turn nothing into something. 4110 on the screen, 717 on the clock. You got here the wheel at the bottom of the deck. You're in a position, you're in a position to change this entire scenario right now. Some of you got this feeling of you just got to get a good scream out on some go to the forest 5111. Go to the forest and just scream it out. Immediate pass. Very intriguing. Nine of Wands, spiritual strength in the sideways position, coming through as a 6. There's something about this partnership that you've attempted 3 times in the past that you thought it was going to bring victory and success, but it didn't. Put your heart on the line. A fault line. Or also something here about something being your fault. Feeling as though something was your fault. What's at the bottom here? Material harvest, 9 of Pentacles. But this is also a card of someone being single. The way you process the reasons why you're single, you want to be mindful of, because this could be draining your energy. Especially if it's in a position or in the frequency of you not being able to create or be yourself or connect with your sexuality, because this could even be where someone is celibate, but at the same time, it's not something that they are utilizing effectively. Show me more. Immediate past. The Ace of Wands. That's 16 though. I mean, this is a 9 card, but it's in a position where it's showing itself for me to relay the message as a 6. There could be something you do for work that's actually draining your energy here, collective. And it's putting you at a crossroads of what it is that you're passionate about. We have the Chariot here, Cancer. What's the basis of this? Another, well, there you go. The 6th chakra itself. This whole line is about to be your chakras for real. Yo. Some of you really have to do some serious realignment work. Some of you are actually experiencing some type of bodily pain right now because of one of these chakras. Wherever that pain is, it's connected to the meridian of one of these chakras. So if wherever you have a certain level of pain or discomfort in your body, look at the meridian of that area and which chakra is connected to, and reactivate that chakra. With the 6th chakra being at the base of your spread, it says, I see. That position of the spread speaks to your foundation. So you see what it is that you have to make adjustments to. You know you can. The challenge is, do you want to? Do you enjoy the life that you're living right now? So then obviously this wouldn't be a message for you, because you know, this is certainly for someone who has to make an adjustment in terms of letting go of an older version of themselves, but they may not want to. That person will have to really reflect on what it is that they desire. because what they want to do is not connected to their desire, and them not wanting to do it's also not connected to their desire. 6116 on the screen, 722 on the time. This has to do with your inner seeing, your clairvoyance, intuition, and higher levels of consciousness. This chakra specifically, along with the throat chakra, assists you with psychic and intuitive inner guidance. And the first card that you all had here in regards to the Black Moon Lilith deck had to do with where you are at. The message said you are in a position of intuitive or intuition and emotional healing. And this is something you could be building on, where you have the assistance of spirit showing up to help you to see this, especially with 722 and 622 showing up as much as it has so far. If this has to do with you getting back into some sort of workout routine, start off with walking. Walking meditations can help you with your mind's eye. Breath work, yoga, tai chi, visualizations, and color therapy. But in order for you to see your vision clearer, where to start, especially with this being the foundation, you have to get connected here. It seems as though you passed the energy of your root chakra, but that's as far as you were able to go. That's as far as you're able to go, where you trust yourself, but not so much, which can also block you from, really seeing that source got your back. Literally 724, the 24 card of that Oracle of E says, I got your back. So you not being able to see how you have a higher power surrounding you, even with moments showing you that you do. The message from your subconscious mind, with the heart chakra being at the bottom of the deck of cards right now, the heart chakra says our love is connected to the thymus gland. Let me see something here. The mind's eye is connected to the pituitary. You have the solar plexus that's connected to your pancreas and adrenal. And then you have the sacral chakra that's connected to the ovaries or the testicles. Okay. So with the thymus showing up here, heart chakra at the bases of, at the bottom of the deck so far, the chakra represents unconditional love, compassion, harmony, relationships, and healing, which is also linked to your mind, body, and soul. Balancing this area may take a while, but you should allow the time that you need so the healing journey can get through and flow freely, by loving yourself first and others, as well as learning forgiveness. Something about forgiveness is show me the energy of this. Show me the energy of this. Jupiter and Libra shows up again with the rest and rejuvenation card here. Four of Swords. This could also be a situation where people are not celebrating you or recognizing who doesn't really support you. Freeing yourself from that. Allowing bygones to be bygones, baggage be gone. Show me. We're speaking to the forgiveness energy. See where it landed. Wow. Angel of Balance, 48. April 8th, August 4th, 12. Certainly a karmic lesson here. That's for sure, that you're being asked to forgive. With the, with the rest and rejuvenation card, which is the Four of Swords. Some of you could also be connected to the number 19. It certainly is one of those karma numbers or a lesson that has to be learned. What's this? All tied up in a situation. 23. 23 keeps coming out quite a bit. Angel of Love, 13. 49. September 4th. April 9th. April 8th to the 9th, or April from 2008 to 2009 could be significant. Tell me more about this. Wow. Hostilities, 26. And amongst the this could be situations that happen amongst the family, and people keep sweeping it under the rug, and the shit is not getting resolved. And if you know, you notice that energy drains you, but you're still around it, it's masking the fact that it's time for you to forgive the situation, let it go, and move on from it. Some of you could even be waiting for an apology from someone that you're never going to receive. Angel of Love showing up once again. It's time for you to give that love to yourself, my love. For real, for real. Because it's blocking your blessings, not doing so. Or if this is something, or if this message is something you've been telling somebody to make adjustments and they're not making them, that's someone you're going to have to disconnect yourself from, because energetically it's going to linger. What's crowning this message? What in the bro? The Devil and the Death card. This is crazy. This ain't no joke, y'all. Whoever this is for, you know exactly what this message is, and it's basically warning you. It's basically warning you, because you're risking yourself at putting your energy into a cycle that you have completed or you're being asked to close, and if it repeats itself, you're not going to be able to see as clearly as you see now, and it's going to be more intense if you allow yourself to stay in that type of energy. I'm not sure if you have something or with someone here that keeps wheeling you back in, where they continuously magnetically pull you back into a certain contract. Saturn in Scorpio, Pluto in the 10th house. Either or whatever. Because with Saturn and Scorpio, these are lessons in power and control. With Saturn and Scorpio, lessons of power and control. With Pluto in the 10th house, it speaks to transformational role in society. I'm getting some of you are playing something very small here. You're playing it small. Or whatever this is you're around is having you play it small. You are already connected to what it is that you're passionate about, but you really haven't gained that momentum in it, because you haven't completely severed a situation that is literally causing you to remain stagnant, although you are in a position or doing things that you are passionate about. Now, also with this showing up here at the forefront of the mind is that you are also prepared. You know that you can close out this cycle once and for all. You know all you need to know, especially with trusting your inner guidance, your inner knowing with the mind's eye showing up at the foundation of your spread. Awareness. Yes, 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 baby. Yes. Yes. There goes that one. What's next here for the collective? You're no longer deceiving yourself. You know exactly how this can go if you do. Because this is the card that's showing up in terms of what's happening next. You know you can step out of a situation, and whatever contract this is that may be tempting for you to continue on with, but notice where it's landing. It's tipping towards the past. You know that, it may be someone that you connected with that was in alignment to what it is that you're passionate about, but they were basically sort of a signal point or checkpoint for you to for that area of your life to gain your attention. That's all that energy was probably there for. Moon in Aquarius, deception and envy, Seven of Swords. It's a deception and envy card, yes, but the fact that it's the moon has to do with your own emotions. Aquarius says, I know. So this is about you deceiving yourself when it comes to what you know, what you feel, and what you know about what's keeping you stuck or not allowing you to be creative or not allowing you to fully step in the true essence of your sexuality. We got spiritual union here coming up at the bottom of the spread. Wow. Because there could have been some sort of union here, Two of Cups, that wasn't really in alignment to who you truly are. A version of you, but not the full essence of you. Show me more. Next. For the next? The Tower. Yeah. There goes the Tower. What is the Tower? What's the Tower moment here? What's the Tower? If this has to do with the person, either you're going to get the urge to block them or they're going to block you. Either way, there will be a disengagement of communication. Eight of Wands speaks to fast forward movement of communication, and it's showing up sideways as the Tower moment. So that's certainly a Tower is of blocking communication. The oh shit. Yeah, it is. The universe said, no, I'm cleaning that shit up right now. It's on some, oh, so you want to continue on down this path. You want to continue on with this person and you know they're no good for you. Okay, well, they're now going to be in a situation that's going to have you questioning your worth so you can get out of it. This is some deep shit. Oh, for others of you, what this is saying is that that's what the Tower moments in your past relationships were about, where Source was putting you through, you know what I'm saying, the most intense experience for you to see your worth by first you questioning it. Some of you awakened right up the moment you started to go down that path where you were questioning yourself. 737, yeah. and what's coming through here, because this was the card that you had in your current situation, the world card is what you had in the previous message as your current situation. And it unfolded into a scenario of where you have to make a decision about something of the past. This is that past energy. This is literally telling the story of that past energy, or whatever it is that could possibly be blocking you from a true emperor, a true empress, high priest, high priestess energy, or not know if this is a king that you're attracting. Well, they're going to become this emperor, this high priest energy, just for the sake of words, when they align with you, because you both match one another's energies in terms of where it is you're evolving to, you know. Let's see what the advice is. Trust and know, beloved, you are worth more than you allow yourself to be, and all will be well. You just gotta, you know what I'm saying? There's times that you gotta make adjustments that's going to place you in better positions. You may not feel that way at this moment because you may be in the thick of a scenario, but listen, the quicker you accept that the universe is going to come in and clear that right up, make you more aware of recognizing yourself as the reward, as the truth. What's the advice, source? What's the advice? I heard warning. It's moving on in reverse. Six of Swords. Because your subconscious mind, or your mind's eye, is literally signaling your victory. But source is about to tell you right now, elaborate on, if you don't move on, because this is in the advice position, right? And it's coming out in reverse, where it's going to inform you about, okay, you choose not to move on. You choose not to move on. You won't come out of these obstacles and challenges. This is Saturn and Leo. Lessons that you have to go through in order to see the presence of your power, the power of your presence. Creating from that space. Allowing yourself to shine your light, Saturn and Leo. And you have the solar plexus energy coming out here as your current situation of I can. The fact that these chakras are showing up in the center here, it's just some serious stuff, y'all. Whoever this is for, it's time to realign. But it's time to realign. Get yourself up on out of there, baby. Come on. I ask of the ancestors, spirit guides, protectors, warriors, of whoever this message is for, to give them the direct guidance, clarity, strength, and courage to come up out of whatever the situation is. And so it is. Why are you guiding them to do this, Source? What's in the environment? Show them exactly what's in the environment. Why are you guiding this collective to move out of the situation? Wow. For some of you, it's blocking your career. It's remanifesting a father wound. And it's not helping you to see things clearly. But it certainly is a contract that you had to complete, though. The Six of Cups. This is coming through as an SOS call. The way the Six of Cups came out earlier. Six of Cups, Page of Cups, Ace of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. Where the SOS is a new connection that comes in because it's on some, this is the last option we have to alert this person to move on. What's in the environment? It landed right on top of what's at the forefront of your mind, where you are ready and willing. We're going to put that energy out there to, you know what I'm saying, and whatever situations that you feel as though you're binded to, that could literally be draining your energy. And the Empress shows up in reverse. It's coming through as wishing someone would do better, and it's having a much stronger effect on who you are and what you do than you are realizing. So if a person wants to continue down a path and you're someone who is clairvoyant, you know, you want the best for people, you have to allow people where they want to be and the direction they want to take. Especially if this has something to do with, you know, a mother, father, someone that you consider very close to you. They're giving me E, B as in boy, I, E, B, I. Yeah, heartache and loss. I'm also seeing 33, 1933. Saturn and Libra. It's certainly a lesson. Yeah. Before love can begin, I'm telling you, babe. Clarify more about this advice. Give me more about what's the advice. Give me more on the advice. Give me more on the advice for the collective, Source. Give me more on the advice here. Give me more on the advice for the collective in this situation. Look at that Knight of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. You've been analyzing the level of betrayal, and doing so, it's instead of observing it, you're experiencing it as you're reflecting on it. Look at this. Look when the Knight of Wands shows up. And remember what we said earlier, that if the Knight of Wands shows up, I mean, it's not a card that came out, but there it goes. Something is hidden in plain sight type of energy, where a move is really going to help you to gain clarity of the truth, your healing. And there goes the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles landed on top of the Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups in a sideways position, as far as a challenging position previously in the beginning part of this message, where it was showing behind the the Pentacles in a challenging position in terms of your generational wealth, you know, abundance in all areas of life, and even longevity in relationships. What was holding that back had to do with the Queen of Cups, a mother of some sorts, or a significant feminine in your life. The Queen of Cups could be a Cancerian, or a family member. Okay. Give me more on the advice for the collective. Wow. You have the moon again. And oh shit. Which is up here. Moon in Scorpio. Somebody could have a moon in Scorpio, a moon in Cancer. Let me see. And there goes the Queen of Cups. I am leaving. Somebody has a moon in Cancer, or this has to do with what we just said just now. And it's confirming that. Where you have so much love to give, and you're giving it to something that it's as if someone is wanting to live their life through you, and you're giving your love to that, but it's not, you know what I'm saying, replenishing you. It's not giving you life. It's just draining your energy. It's time for you to see through the illusions. Which is wild, because this is exactly what this is too. With the sun reverse, with the reflection of the sun reverse, or the sunset, it would be the moon rising. And then you have this Empress card in reverse, which brings her back into a queen energy. And there goes the Queen of Cups showing up, which is in your, what do you, it's time for you to gain mental clarity here. See the strength in spite of the adversity. See the strength you've gained in spite of the adversity. It's going to help you with forgiving a certain situation here. At the heart of the matter, what do we have? Wow, Page of Pentacles in reverse. You don't have to discuss this or text about this or have a conversation about it. That's that energy of asking for forgiveness, or, yeah, Three of Swords, heart again loss, of attempting to have a conversation with someone to see if, you know, things will change, or to let someone know. Some of you have to be more than okay with making a decision and not having a conversation about it, especially if you've had at least 5 of them already. More about the advice. Yeah. Wow. What the fuck? That's the Six of Swords right there again, but it's up right now. Literally giving you the advice that it's time for you to move on from this. It's time for you to see through the illusion and move on from it. Because if not, you're going to constantly be reliving this energy of obstacles and challenges. 5 of Swords of competing, where there could be an energy of someone competing around you, or where they're constantly wanting to know what you're doing just to complain about it. That's such an unhealthy dynamic that you don't have to take part in. You can choose to, but you don't have to. Because it's blocking the way you express yourself, your self-expression. Saturn and Leo, discipline and self-expression. You went through the training, but you don't have to keep doing the same thing over and over again. 9 of Wands, expecting a different result, is constantly hurting you. Moon in Sagittarius in the past here. Yeah, it's time for you to make a decision that reflects you having mental clarity. Gemini, Mercury energy showing up here. One more. Because when you do move on from this, honey, when you do, wow. There goes the 6 of Cups that showed up earlier. You truly connect with their soulmate. Yep. With the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Pre-Empress energy. Because whoever you are, male or female, this energy is showing that you have everything except for the love in your life. You're independent. but you haven't received an offer of a new beginning that is connected to you sharing that energy with someone. And source has been wanting to give you that, but what's blocking it, where it's, having you detour, is whatever this situation is that you're still holding on to, whether this has to do with the maternal figure or family. Okay? Show me the outcome. I'm gonna put this here, but let's see what's in this hopes and fears position. I wasn't going to, but it's let's see what's in this position of hopes and fears as to why you could be holding back. At the bottom of the deck, we have discontent and boredom. Some of you are so used to an energy that you know nothing else. This could be something that you have picked up by being around that energy, where people get comfortable and complacent. What's in this hopes and fears position? Stand your ground is in reverse. Wow. Whoever this is you're not used to saying no to, that's what's causing you to pump the brakes on what's best for you, literally. Which would mean you taking a leap of faith, going on a new adventure, starting things over. Also with the Black Moon Lilith card that showed up earlier, in terms of releasing perfectionism. When it comes to this new journey that you want to take, feeling as though you have to have this, you have to have that, but those things you will have when you get there. And your faith is being tested at this time. And this could also be where, whenever you are wanting to take that leap of faith, whoever this person is that you have to tell no to, they're the one that's constantly putting these obstacles on your path, in terms of, but what about this, but what about that, but because they're overly concerned about you, to the point that it's causing you not to move or make the moves you're supposed to make for yourself. Right now, this is genuinely a conversation with, it's on some big sis or auntie or whatever, really giving you the, listen, this is this if you want this life, then you're gonna have to disconnect from this. It may not be forever, but at least give yourself the opportunity to live the life that you want, that you desire, preferably. Because currently you are living the life that you want, but it's challenging. But it's not a life that you desire, though. Because the life that you want could be the life that you're living that somebody else may have wanted for you. That's the perfect example in terms of the difference between a want and a desire. A desire is yours. A want energetically is going to be connected to what others have placed into your skull or into your energy, as far as what you should want. Outcome, we already got it here. We have emotional withdrawal. 8 of Cups in reverse. Some of you may see it as a challenge to walk away from these things. That's part of the outcome here, where this message could be, you know what I'm saying, could be waking you up to, fuck, I really have to, yeah, you don't have to do anything, but I highly suggest live your greatest life. Because whatever this is that you've been having an issue of emotionally withdrawing from, the outcome is showing, because it's in reverse, that you are having quite the challenge of choosing wisely, bringing it back to the 7. Now, on another note, for those that are in this energy of a higher vibration, where you are ready to transform from these situations that were binding contracts, and you're ready to go towards your 9 of Cups, your desires being fulfilled. At the bottom of the spread, come on, babe. So this is what this is. This is what this is here. I love that. Perfect. So, okay. You may have to, you know what I'm saying, have to actually look at what it is that were sitting within you as far as sorrow, pains, and regrets, because this also came up in reverse earlier, the Five of Cups. Willingly, you know, not wanting to be in the union of reciprocity in all areas of your life. Authority, there goes the Emperor. Yo, let's get one more for the outcome. Wow. For some of you, a lack of patience is going to prevent you from making a decision. Patience would be temperance. Which would be the missing piece in between this. What's preventing you from transforming your mind about something is the temperance that you are to have before you reach this point. But some of you learn to temper yourself, something about your temperament. You learn to temper yourself because in a situation where you had no other choice but to wait. But patience is not necessarily waiting. Having patience is what you do while you wait. Because before this devil card, temptation, is the temperance card, number 14. That's what it went backwards energy. That's what this is then. Okay. But you're not in a situation that you can't handle. Talk to me. You're not in a situation that you can't handle, though. Literally what we've been saying here this entire time about this showing up sideways and coming through as a Six of Wands energy. And here goes the Six of Wands. Because there's something about you expressing yourself. Because this is Jupiter and Leo, but if it's coming out this way, it's Jupiter, the reflection of it would be Mercury, whether if it's Gemini or Virgo. In terms of Jupiter being a ruler of Sagittarius and Pisces, the reflection of both of those are ruled by Mercury. Something here about your communication. I'm hearing no means no. What is the surrender message here for this collective, my love? Let me see. Let's get the solution here. Eight, 7, 6. 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6 could be significant. I'm smelling the camphor, CAMPHOR, that I have here. It's always here, but I'm smelling it now. That could be of great use here for some of you. 876 is Jamaica. Let me see. 678, Atlanta. Jamaica and Atlanta could be of significance here for some of you. Okay. Surrender to what is. Flow with what is instead of fighting it, collective. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. There you go. Confirmation. Surrender resentment. Holding on to resentments only poisons you. Forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward toward positive situations in your life. Yes. Yeah. So, and it went towards the water here where the camphor is. Surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Take a relaxing break and spend time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy there. You may want to clear out your space, your energy with the camphor. You can burn it on a piece of coal or have it in a clear basin of water to just, you know what I'm saying, to reduce stagnant negative energies. What do we have here? Surrender to creativity. Let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. Yep, your creativity is what's going to help you move forward. What does this mean? So the way your creativity helps you to move forward in life is it allows you to see where to go and what to disengage from. If you are around energies who are, blocking you or attempting to stop you from, creatively building, those are things you need to step away from, disconnect from. Okay. And we have here, surrender your desire to control people. Being over controlling can sabotage relationships. To more effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. Because some of you could be in a position where you are over explaining yourself to people who don't even speak your language. They don't understand you. The key is, though, you're not here to be understood by anyone but yourself. So that way you can align with those who understand themselves, where you don't even have to have a conversation about understanding one another. You only have to have those conversations with people who don't understand themselves about understanding you. They can only go as far as they go with themselves. Okay? One more, babe. Surrender to the wisdom of your body. Listen to your body's messages about a person or situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. All the clarity you could ask for right there. At the bottom of the spread, we have what? Surrender defensiveness. Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out. For others of you, stay centered and go about your business. Because hearing someone out that don't understand themselves is pointless, okay? Now, for those that there could be some type of communication, offer a clear and non-defensive response. At the top of the deck, you have surrender your ego. Cultivate gratitude. Be of service to others and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you. Allow your ego being in service of your soul to assist you with furthering your goals. I changed the last part because you don't do. In the center, what do we have? Surrender obsessive thinking. If you're obsessing about a person or situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. And when you turn that dilemma over to spirit, it don't mean to go back to it to attempt to make a change that you've already surrendered the source to, rather. And in doing so, turning the dilemma over to the divine will help bring you clarity or even solve the problem. And with that, my loves, I'll leave you with your message for this evening. I'll see you on the next live. Have a blissful evening. The message from yesterday about your childhood and the way it affects your relationships is basically the reason why you're being guided to move on from this. Okay? So take care.